made to doubt that she truly is the best guardian for Lilo. She just needed a little help. And perhaps, without extraterrestrial interference, she would have been able to prove that. This is the tragic climax of the film, what makes Stitch's redemption arc so important. Cobra makes his final decision because Stitch prevents Nani from getting a job and almost drowns Lilo. David turns to Stitch and says, "You know, I really thought they had a chance to stay together. Then you came along." In the live action, David says, "You know, I really thought they had a chance to stay together," but he leaves off the second part. Why? Because the live action version doesn't want you to blame Stitch, it wants you to blame Nani. I can overlook rough draft writing and sloppy cinematography. I can even forgive using Uptown Funk and a screaming goat cutaway, despite neither being relevant since 2014. But in the live action remake, Nani gives up custody of Lilo. Ohana? More like Ohana. Writing is my passion.
Hey there, everybody.
Holy shit!
It's me, Mickey Mouse. We at the Walt Disney Company are sorry you weren't satisfied with your experience and would like to offer you a complimentary Lightning Lane pass to kiss my...
Okay, so that's how it's gonna be. Well, careful. You don't want to lose your PG rating.
To make the pretentious YouTuber disappear, we get to say the magic words. It's not that deep, bro. Come on, fellas, say it with me.
I understand that I'm not the best person to relay this information. I mean, feel free to take a color swatch. But this new ending, especially in this political climate, should disturb you. And I can't not talk about it. Throughout the movie, we are aggressively informed that Nani is super smart, and taking care of Lilo is the only thing standing in the way of her enrolling in a marine biology program in California with a full ride scholarship. OMG, so subtle. The caseworker, Mrs. Keikoa, is presented as a guiding hand instead of a threatening presence, but this clashes with the reality that we actually see on screen. When Lilo is briefly hospitalized, Nani is given two options. Either give up your sister and allow the state to take on the medical bills, or drown in debt. A horrifying scenario that just doesn't seem to happen in other industrialized nations, but we aren't meant to question it. It's just the system doing what it's supposed to do. I felt gaslit. In the end, an indigenous woman abandons her home and little sister to pursue an education thousands of miles away on the mainland. Because who would want to study marine biology on an island? Am I right, guys? This only barely qualifies as a happy ending because of a portal gun plot device secretly reintroduced in the last few minutes, so no-
whoa, post-credit scene. Whoa, whoopsie, spoiler. So she leaves to go to California for school, but everybody's like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about her abandoning her sister to the state because she's picked up by someone she knows, even though she abandons all parental rights to her. Don't worry about that because she has a portal gun so she can go visit anytime she wants. Why would she not use the portal gun to attend school and still live at home with her sister? Excuse me? Daniel. Hello, Daniel Elliott. Whoa, hello. I've been ranting about Lilo and Stitch for so long now that these 22 minutes have felt at least like an hour and a half. I've been very miffed about this film for several reasons, especially with the representation of the local culture. Do y'all remember in the original film, Funky Frogbait hasn't even touched on this yet, and I'm really surprised because the anti-colonialist message was so clear. Fudge, I should welcome in the Raiders. I'm sorry, before I go all, anti-capitalism and whatnot. Welcome to the Raiders, what is up? My name is OT, otherwise known as One Topic, or One Topic at a Time. You might know me from Twitch, you might know from YouTube. I'm going to pause those ads. And if you don't know me yet, you might as well, say hi, maybe? How was the stream? Hi, Lamau. This is such a good combo. I love Funky Frogbait YouTube and your streams. Shut up. Get out of here. You don't know me. You don't know me. Don't pretend you know me, you troublemaker. Get out of here. Who are you? Who are you actually? No, I'm kidding. I follow you. I'm just double confirming. Yes, I do. Okay. I was like, I've been by your chats before. I said hi. Okay. Wait, what? Haha, we love your fun facts. The smoke? What smoke fact? Oh, I'm sorry. That was the fact? Yes, I do. I'm scared. Oh. What? I mean, what if it worked? Especially the fun facts? And then crying emojis. Sorry, I was just reading through your last messages because I have no context on what the heck that was about. But welcome in. What were you doing on your stream? And welcome in, Raiders. Hey, hi, hello. We're having a fun time. It also annoyed me. I don't want to watch the full movie, to be honest. In the original film, they were very careful to include scenes. Some of the scenes were cut where Leela was going to be confronted with direct racism. But there were scenes that were specifically introduced to make it known that Lamau, yes, dressed to impress, he. What? Where were? Oh, you were doing dressed to impress. Okay, because I don't think I played that yet. I'm pretty sure I haven't. But welcome in. What the heck? It's good to see you. Flipping a month or something since the last time I've seen you. Welcome in. Hello. What was I saying? Anyways, remember in the original film how Lilo went around and took pictures of tourists and hung them up on her wall? And you all think when you look at that, oh, that's weird. But if you interrogate that thought for a moment, it's exactly how people behave when they visit native cultures, is they go and they take pictures of them as tourists as if they're like zoo animals, only there for their enjoyment. And then they go home and hang up the pictures of them. So why is it so confronting when we see it when Lilo does it? Oh, because it's weird. And what do they do with Ice Cream Guy? He's not white anymore. He's just replaced by a native Hawaiian eating a dessert. Because we don't want people to think about how weird it is that we're making a big production in Hawaii, especially if we open a Lilo and Stitch resort in Hawaii, right? A Lilo and Stitch themed hotel. Wouldn't want people to think it's weird to visit. And it wasn't even filmed on the same island. Remember all those mountains and how they were designed off of the scenery of an actual place, off of one of the real islands? Did you know how it's not that anymore? Jumbo and Pleakley were treated normally by the natives because it was like, yeah, tourists are weird, pretty much, but also they just don't judge difference in the same way that others do. That was the whole overarching point, because they were wearing outfits that clearly did not signify that they were normal people. They were clearly aliens, but all of the natives were like, okay, cool. I mean, you're different, but we accept you. That was it. They could have gone out dressed at whatever. It didn't matter.
Nani can visit whenever she wants.
Stop clickbaiting. Lilo gets to stay with David and his grandma.
But the message still remains, trust the system. The system works. This ignores the many
you better give your sister the stay. Oh, Teehee, don't worry, the neighbor picked him up. That means we can't critique the process of what just happened. We can't critique how the child was taken out of the home, forcibly taken out of the home. Oh, do you want medical debts forever? Or do you want to abandon your sister? OT, a lot of American suburb movies aren't even filmed in that suburb area. Yes, filmed somewhere like Canada. Listen, fam, you're talking to somebody on the West Coast, okay? Films that are literally in Chinatown are in downtown Vancouver. I'm well aware. Tron was filmed here. Deadpool was filmed here. Native Hawaiian and Pacific Islander children in foster care, a descriptive study of an overlooked child welfare population. Racial disparities vex Hawaii's child welfare system. Can they be fixed?
failures of foster care and ignores the fact that Indigenous children are massively overrepresented in foster care.
Okay, but have you considered women in STEM?
Obviously, showing women succeeding academically is great to put on the big screen. It has a positive impact, but not here. Not like this. Nani was already a fully fleshed out character, a skilled surfer who had won awards, and Leela was never presented as an obstacle to her personal fulfillment. college isn't always necessary for fulfillment. This storyline was lazily tacked on for political correctness points, while meaningful social